Back to Dante's Peak to explain as fast as possible. Yes, I'm getting on the Homestuck stuff, but in order to keep my sanity for at least a moment, I'll be talking about other media in between. Last part, we meet Harry, Rachel, and the kids, and we got to see a man survive breathing sulfuric acid like it was nothing. So let's see what happens when the team comes in. Of course, initial results show that everything is fine, smile. Harry is not convinced and he tries to talk to the city council to prepare for a disaster. And here's where we meet the villain of the movie. Capitalism. What you thought the volcano was the villain? Nah, it's just doing hot volcano shit. Because despite a literal geologist telling people, hey, prepare just in case the volcano right next to them might just do a fart reverb and bury them faster than Pompeii, their concern is that the tourists will leave and never return, plummeting property values and ruining the economy forever. All because of a slight chance that it won't blow up, but of course, better to wait until the last minute to really make sure that Mother Nature isn't going to pull a fast one on them. Paul tells Harry to cut the shit and calm down, telling him to take a vacation, not freak everybody out. Harry refuses, and they continue to do surveys of the area. One Chekhov's gun and a totally preventable accident on the mountain later, and the team thinks it's a good time to go since nothing has really changed. Well, just as Harry is about to leave, saying his goodbyes to Rachel and the kids, when Lauren asks for a glass of water, so Harry goes and gets a glass, only for it to be muddy and murky. But despite its appearance, he still takes a sniff, and sure enough, the water has become acidic. Water with a pH of 3, or basically sulfuric dioxide, is actually clear, and the only way to tell is by its smell, which makes sense as to why he, and eventually Paul, sniffs the water, but the inclusion of a visual cue makes it look mad goofy. Despite the taps running with literal acid, Harry and Rachel go to check the town's water supply to make sure it smells like a board game shop after a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. These problems continue to get worse drastically the next few days. Paul finally caves and gives Harry the permission to put the town on high alert. Rachel calls Ruth, telling her she needs to leave the mountain, and despite her being as close to the volcano out of everyone, she thinks she's fine and refuses to leave her home, and any calls from Rachel and the kids. Follow for part 3.